All right, the Baltimore Ravens are the next team I wanted to talk about. They went with Marquise Brown in the first round, and I was kind of critical of this pick early when the night of the draft, just because to me Lamar Jackson is best when he's more accurate over the middle than he is thrown to the sidelines. Marquise Brown is going to be kind of your speed type threat, but the more and more you hear about this pick, they want to have deep threats on the outside. So they took Marquise Brown here with the 25th pick. They took Miles Boykin in the third round with the 29th pick to have guys that can win downfield on the outside. They want to run the ball heavy up the middle and speed on the outside to take advantage of Lamar Jackson's arm strength. I like Marquise Brown a lot. I would have preferred a bigger contested catch type guy, and I know they kind of got that in Miles Boykin. But Marquise Brown's a smaller guy, and he has an inaccurate quarterback, so that kind of was a little bit of a worry to me. But I think he's a tremendous player. They're going to be able to utilize him in many different ways. If they're able to get creative with him, I think they'll have some success. In this third round, they took Jalen Ferguson. He's going to be hopefully the replacement to Terrell Suggs. Fitting. Ferguson broke Suggs' career sack record. Now he's with the Ravens replacing him. He's not a true workout warrior. He's more of crafty, knows how to get to the quarterback, but you'd like to see some of those athletic traits show up a little bit more, and he just didn't put out those numbers. I mentioned Miles Boykin. I wasn't a huge fan of him. I know a lot of people really liked him, especially after his combine performance. He just looked to me pretty raw, but like I said, they're going to look to have him run deep. They're going to have him try and be their downfield contested catcher. He's got good size. At 6'4", 220 pounds, he ran fast at the combine, so he's got a lot of raw tools. So hopefully they can develop him to be more than just a deep, tall guy. Justice Hill in the fourth round, I really like that pick. The running back of Oklahoma State, a true speed guy. He's not going to run between the tackles, but you give him a crease, an outside zone, a run to the outside. He can hit the jets and go. I think he's a guy that could be a good kick returner also. He showed the ability to to factor in the passing game. So he'll complement Mark Ingram. He'll complement Gus Edwards. And they'll have a nice three-headed rushing attack there. They took Ben Powers in the fourth round. I wasn't a huge Ben Powers fan. He's tough. He's physical. He's just not a very good athlete, but they want to be more of a power-based team, so I get that. And this interior line class wasn't that good. So to get him in the fourth round, there wasn't going to be guys slipping down. So I can't really hate it too much. Iman Marshall, cornerback in the fourth round. They've got a couple guys that they're, Jimmy Smith is probably not going to be a Raven for too many more seasons. Brandon Carr is, older, so they wanted to maybe say, hey, Iman Marshall's flashed at times. He's got good size at 6'1", 207. So maybe we can get a guy that can come in and we can develop as a special teams player, and maybe he can be a starter. Dalen Max, another guy, 6'1", 336. He's a former five-star recruit. He's a guy that possibly I thought might be a better fit in the 4-3, a four-man front. But, he's squatty. He can take on blocks. He shows some good quickness. So Michael Pierce is a guy that he compares a lot to, and he's there in Baltimore. So, maybe he's a potential replacement for him down the line. And then finally, they took Trace McSorley in the sixth round. They're going all in on Lamar Jackson, so they want to be able to, if Lamar Jackson gets hurt or has to come out for some reason, Trace McSorley is a guy that can come in and they don't have to really change up the offense. Not a big fan of his just because he's not a very accurate quarterback. When you watch him and you watch the Penn State receivers of the last few years, they always had to make off-target throws. So I get that. I would have personally rather have had Tyree Jackson, the quarterback out of Buffalo, but McSorley has more, is probably more pro-ready. Tyree Jackson's more of a developmental prospect, so I kind of get that. Overall, I give him a B. Marquise Brown's going to be a starter. I think Miles Boykin's got a guy that's starter potential. Jalen Ferguson's starting potential. They've got a lot of guys that can come in and make an impact. So I give it a solid B to B+. I think if some of those guys hit later on, like a Dalen Mack becoming a starter, like Justice Hill being able to make an impact, I think this draft class could be pretty good. But I think a solid B is pretty fitting.